Hey everyone, I'm back again with another embarrassing story from my past. Today, this one's about flirting, although it wasn't really flirting, it was actually just more like harassment. I pretty much just constantly, well not constantly, but I basically just berated this random girl from my class, randomly every couple of months for about a year, because I thought she was really pretty and I was really interested in her, but I was so socially awkward and weird at the time that I didn't know how to actually have a proper conversation. So I used to just message her really random shit for no reason. Uh, I sort of premise by saying if you're looking for a good Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay, you came to the wrong place. I haven't played this game since I was a kid, and a lot of it's changed, and I'm using the most terrible homemade decks ever. But anyway, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the story. So this takes place, like I said, over the course of about a year. I can't remember if it was from ages 13 to 14 or 14 to 15. I really don't remember. But um, it starts with this girl who I thought was really pretty and I really wanted to talk to her. But like I said, I was too fucking nervous to actually go up and talk to her. So I would randomly every now and again just message her on Instagram. And at the time, I think I must have been 14, I can't remember. But back then, I had really, really long hair. Like when it was down, it was all the way below my shoulders, but I had it in like a ponytail slash man bun sort of thing. You'd never think that now because I keep my hair super short. Like I have it uh, back and sides, one buzzed, and then I have the top also really short. But back then I had super long hair. And I also, at the time, I remember, I'm really big on, I still to this day really, really am big on anime. For anyone who gives a shit, my top three animes at the moment are ReZero, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Frieren. But at the time, I really, really liked Naruto, and I remember I used to wear I brought, because me and a friend were super, super into Naruto together, so I brought these really awful knockoff Naruto rings that had all the different Sharingans on them, and I used to wear them. So I messaged this girl, and the only information she had on me is I was a kid with a man bun who wore Naruto rings. So you know, I was pretty weird back then. But I messaged her and it was actually about my hair. I remember asking her, I was like, "Hey, just want to get your opinion on something real quick. I've been changing my hair up recently, and I've been asking loads of different people their opinions on it. I didn't ask a single other soul. This girl was the only girl I ever messaged this to, and it's because I changed my hair from a ponytail to a man bun. Like she would ever notice the difference. I don't know a single soul that noticed that difference, maybe besides from my actual friends at the time. So I messaged her like, "Hey, yeah, I've been changing up my hair. Which one do you think looks better?" Obviously, she said she didn't notice. Clearly, why the fuck would she notice? And I remember I just texted her back, I was like, "Oh, okay, damn." And she tried to be polite, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice." And I was like, "Oh, no, it's good." But I was pretty upset about that. Then the next thing I messaged her so many random things. If my granddad's uh, friend's cousin's dog stubbed their toe, I would have messaged her being like, "Hey, you want to hear something crazy?" The next thing I messaged her, I remember it was her birthday. She posted an Instagram story, and she was saying it was her birthday, and I messaged her happy birthday. You know, the weird kid in your class messages you happy birthday on your birthday, even though you've never spoke before. I'm sure she really wanted that for on her birthday. But she was still very polite about it. She said thanks, and then she also had a Spanish flag in her bio. And because this girl was Spanish, I knew that, but I really just really wanted to keep the conversation going. So I was like, "Oh, there's a Spanish flag in your bio. You Spanish by any chance?" And she was like, Yeah." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And that's where pretty much the conversation ended there. Then the next time, this was probably a few months later, I remember I went through this phase. Well, not really a phase because I still do it to this day, but it's when I first started taking cold showers. I don't do it a hell of a lot now, but if it's a really, really warm day, I will take a super cold shower because if it feels really good once you take a cold shower and get out, you feel so much warmer than you did before. But I remember for a while, like a really brief period of time, I made it my whole personality that I took cold showers. So I'd just debate literally anybody that wanted to debate about showers, I'd debate them. I'd be like, no, cold showers are better. Hot showers are for pussies. So I was debating my friend in class about hot or cold showers, and I noticed that she was really nearby. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. I can set this up. So when I got home later that day, I messaged her. I was like, hey, I used the same tactic again. I was like, hey, I'm messaging a bunch of people because I'm trying to debate with my friend if cold or warm showers are better. Again, I did not message a single other soul on the planet. And she said she preferred warm. She actually humoured me and answered the question. She said she prefers warm flowers. Jesus Christ, warm showers. And I took this as an opportunity to try and like really spearhead and keep this conversation going forever. So I was like, "No, you silly woman! Cold showers are better, and I'll debate you on it." And she just went, "Well, no, I prefer warm showers." And I was trying to keep the conversation going. I was like, "No, no, no, you gotta trust me. Cold showers are better." But eventually, I think she just ghosted me, which obviously she would. Um, so yeah, that was cool. The next thing was I remember a new season of Stranger Things. I can't remember which season it was, but a new season of Stranger Things came out, and she posted it to her story of her watching it, and I'm not a huge Stranger Things fan, but I remember at the time I was really really into it. So I was like, yes, perfect, common ground. So I messaged her. I was like, oh, you're watching the new season of Stranger Things? It's pretty good, isn't it? And she just said, yeah, it's alright. And that's where that conversation ended. I was literally like looking for any excuse to message this girl, and I'm so actually surprised that she humored me every fucking time. I don't know why she would. Then the next thing, this got me excited. She uploaded a photo on a story of her playing the video game Stray, the one about the cat. And now video games are probably what I'm most passionate about in life. I love playing games. I don't think a single day has gone past in my life since I ever picked up Black Ops 1 where I haven't played a video game at least once in the day. Anyway, definitely lost that last one. That guy synchro summoned like 50 monsters. So like I said, I've always been really, really passionate about video games. Um, some people might call that sad. One of my own parents called that sad, but oh, whatever, man. I really like games. I don't think I'm ever going to stop liking games. So, her playing the game Stray, once again, I was like, yes, common ground. She plays video games. A gamer girl. Oh, I'm surprised right then. Because of how I acted at the time, I'm surprised right then I didn't message her like, hello, princess, I see you're playing a video game. Would you happen to be a gamer girl? Like, if I was 14 years old today, I probably actually would have unironically be one of those people that messaged her like, oh, I just learned that freaking girls have to pay for period products. Oh, the world's so unfair. Like, I would actually be that kind of guy today, I think, if I was that age still. But I messaged her, I was like, oh, you're playing Stray. Is it a good game? And I'm not gonna lie, I think she ghosted me on that one. I really don't remember what she said. Like I said, this was ages ago, so I can't actually remember a hell of a lot of what she ever said. Um, but that's pretty much all of like the little stories from when I was about 14, 15, like I said. This next one, I think I was still 15, but it's after I got a minor haircut. So like I said, I used to have my hair in a man bun, and if it was down, it was below my shoulders. I got a haircut, surprise, I would not let people touch my hair. My mum had to drag me to the hairdressers to get it tidied up, right? So basically, I got it cut, but I got it cut to just above my shoulders. And I remember we were in a class, and I mean, at the time, I literally looked like I mentioned Stranger Things earlier. Remember at the time I literally looked like Mike Wheeler? Like my family used to always say I looked like Mike Wheeler because I had the same, like Mike Wheeler from season 3. I used to look like him. I had like the same hair. I have no offense to the actor, but I have like a massive fucking nose. So I just looked like Mike Wheeler from Stranger Things, but also if he had really fucked up teeth, like looked like if he got like hit in the mouth by a baseball bat. Because I have braces now. I've had braces for like a year and a half. I had them for so fucking long. But at the time, I didn't have braces, so I was literally just Mike Wheeler, but with like a bashed in mouth, basically. But I remember we were in a class together, and we had this teacher. I can't remember his name, but he was a really funny guy. And I remember he was like cracking loads of jokes in the middle of this class, and everybody was laughing. And I remember I was like looking over, I was like leaning back in my chair and looking over to see if she was also laughing. I don't even know why I was doing this. I was basically hoping that there would be like this weird moment where like we'd both be laughing and I guess our eyes would meet and she'd fall in love with me at that very moment. Like I generally don't know why I was doing this, but I remember at some point she caught me staring at her and she didn't do anything at first, but then the next time when she realized I was staring at her, she caught me looking at her again, and our eyes met, and I thought, this is the moment. I don't know what I thought was going to happen in the moment, but I just remember I thought, this is the moment. And then, when our eyes met, and she realised I was staring at her, she just burst out laughing, and I knew it wasn't from the teacher's joke. I knew it was because she'd caught me staring at her, and she was laughing at me. And there weren't any mirrors in that room, but I can tell you for a fact, I know I went so red, like beet red, like I probably looked like a traffic light. And I remember I like flinged forward because, like I said, I was leaning back in my chair when I was doing it. So I flinged forward, like actually put my hands in my face and just didn't look around for the rest of that class. I was so unbelievably embarrassed, and I think that was actually the last time I ever involved myself with her, except a little while later. I still had the same sort of haircut. I think this might have been when I was 15 or 16 now. Like it was a little bit later. And I remember she actually messaged me at some point on Instagram. And I remember when she messaged me, I didn't even check the message. I just saw that it was her that messaged me. And one of my friends at the time, I messaged him and I was like, holy shit, code red, this girl just messaged me. And my friend was like, alright dude, message her back then. So I went on Instagram to see what she messaged me. And what she messaged me was a photo, like, it was so cryptid, like, I think speaking to the Riddler would have been easier. Like, she actually made no sense. She sent me a photo of this guy and said, hey, you kind of look like this guy. And the guy had the same sort of hair as me. And I was trying to ask her why she sent me it. I was like, oh, okay, I look like this guy. So what? And she just wouldn't give me a straight answer. Like everything she said just didn't make any sense. And then I remember she sent me another photo. It was a photo of her and a friend on the train. And I was like, oh, I can't remember what it said. I was just like, oh, with your friend, are you? And then she messaged something back. She was like, no, this is my husband. Like, I don't know if she checked. Maybe I really did have maybe she was really just like as weird as me and I didn't notice. But yeah, I just couldn't get a straight answer out of this girl. Now, in hindsight, I look back at it. It was most definitely she probably just was like taking the piss out of me. Like her and her friend on the train were probably just messaging me, be like, "Hey, this weirdo messaged me in the past. You want to message him?" But yeah, at the time, I was like, "Yes, this is a win. She messaged me first. That must mean she's interested." But I never went anywhere with it because, like I said, I was like super awkward and didn't know how to actually talk to her. But then I remember the last thing that happened involving her was it's when I first got my hair cut really, really short. like the same haircut I still rock to this day. And it was because I was like known as the guy that had super, super long hair for ages. The first day I walked in with my super short hair, a lot of people did ask me questions and stuff like that. But I remember I was in the same maths class as her, and I remember she walked in with a friend of hers, and they both pointed at me and my new short hair, and they just giggled and laughed, and then went and sat down in their seats. And that's when I was like, well, she probably doesn't like me all that much. But I think that's probably about it. That's probably like all the like embarrassing, horrible attempts at flirting I made with this girl. So that's pretty much it for the story. So I guess we'll just see if I can wrap up this Yu-Gi-Oh game. I'll add what's the one that lets me get my health back after I Wing Dragon Ra attack? Here it is. Here we go, Wing Dragon! Bang! Oh my god, wait, I completely forgot. Oh wait, I can do this. Huge! Return all opponents' attack position. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, are we serious? Well, here, what if I do this? And just get my LP back. This will probably be good. Oh my god, are we serious? Rough. Well, forgot I can't attack when I summon this on the first turn, that's rough. Alright, I don't think I'm winning this one. This guy really knows what he's doing. Yep, didn't quite win that one. Anyway, if you actually watched the whole video, thank you for watching. See ya.